A couple of things kept me going. Most of it was messages that I had learned from my mother, but I learned something about faith. Faith comes from hearing, not from having heard. My mother was telling me those messages years ago, but during my homeless years, I would rehear them, and that's when it mattered. And I had such a grand dream and vision, I was willing to push through to see what the vision was gonna be, to see if I could get to the dream. And I kept hearing my mother say words like, God didn't bring you this far to leave you. So I said, okay, well, maybe he ain't left me. Let me just see if I can wake up tomorrow, something will change. Then I kept hearing stuff like, faith is the belief in things that you cannot see. Or say, okay, cool, so I don't see nothing but this homelessness right now, but I think I'm gonna make it one day. And I just kept going, man. I just kept. Now, don't get me wrong, it was days I wanted to quit, a lot of days. I almost drove back to Cleveland several times and just gave up, but man, your dreams have to be bigger than all your fears. If you that's why you have to have big dreams, because your dreams have to be bigger than all your fears and all your consequences. What makes people go back is you dream too small. See, your problem in life ain't if you aim too high and you miss it. Your problem in life is if you aim too low and you hit it. You messed up now. So when you aim to the moon and you miss, you still amongst the stars. So it kind of keeps you motivated a lot longer, man, to help you push through. Because everybody's gonna have to have a push through moment. Because everybody has a turn back moment. The key to making it is you can never turn back. See, God is always coming. See, look, man, when you ask God for something, God boxes it up, put your name on it, and he ships it the day you ask for it. Soon as you ask for it, he ships it. The problem with the package is he never tells you the date that it's going to arrive. If he did that, it would destroy the one element that he requires, your faith. So God sends your package, but he only delivers to Faith Street. If you step off of Faith Street and you go over here to I Don't Believe It Boulevard, he don't ship there. If you step over here to I Don't See How Avenue, he don't ship there. If you step over here to Ain't No Way Circle, he don't ship there. The package only goes to Faith Street. What happens to the average person is that when the package arrives and you ain't on Faith Street, it's just like the post office and FedEx, UPS. If you ain't there, the package got to go back. You know how many packages you got in heaven with your name on it that got sent back? This real talk, man. This is how it works. Being successful, y'all, is not a magic trick. You have to learn the principles of success. You can be successful at anything. You really can, man. I don't have no education. I'm not really like school smart, none of that. Now I got a lot of people work for me, got degrees. See, when I don't know something, I pay somebody to know it. Just come stand around here. I come down here and do the gift. I keep telling the jokes. I'm telling you, God has an incredible life for you. All you got to do is ask him for it. Be willing to put in the work. But now this work part is hard. Success is hard. But let me ask you a question. Ain't not being successful hard too? So now which hard you want? You want the hard with some options and some benefits, or you want the hard when ain't nothing going on? I'm gonna take the hard with the option and benefits. Give me that hard. Let me try that. There's so much stuff you don't know in this world. It's like amazing. I was talking to somebody, I was at this meeting, right? I was a speaker at the SALT convention. There's a convention every year in Vegas called SALT. And it's a gathering of billionaires from around the world. They gather and they make decisions on what they're gonna do. And I was a keynote speaker, and I told the guy when he asked me, I said, sir, I'm not a billionaire. Why are you having me speak? He said, we know exactly who you are. He said, but we're intrigued with your story, how you come from nothing to get to where you are. So why don't you just come share your story? So I'm out here and I'm talking to these billionaires. And it's amazing because, you know, the average billionaire in this world is a billionaire because they come from money. Most people that become billionaires don't come from the dirt. They inherit 200 million and they turn it into a billion. So they don't know what you know. They don't know about no hard days and no rough ass nights and So I was talking to them and they were fascinated. And after the thing was over, the billionaires were talking. There was a couple of young guys there. And this guy graduated from college and he said, yeah, I'm here to bring you all my talent to you all's attention. And he started talking. He says, yeah, I have a degree in this, that, and the other, and I have another degree, and I have 3 degrees, and that's what I do. And, you know, a couple of billionaires was there, was like real hustlers. And they said, well, sir, you have all these degrees, so what are you offering? Well, if I need to, I'll go back to school and get another degree. He said, if you have 3 degrees and they're not working, why would you go get another one of them? And I just looked at him and I went, wow. Because when you talk to them dudes that make that other kind of money, they're not interested in your degree. They don't need a degree. If they need a degree, they'll hire somebody with one. But if you're really interested in being successful, it's not your education that's going to make you successful. It's your dream and your drive that makes you successful. It has nothing to do with nothing to do with education, man. So if you're sitting out there and you're not an educated person, don't let that stop you. Don't even let that be the reason. Make that be the reason why you become successful. That's what I did. I didn't have an education, so I said, well, but because you don't have an education don't mean you can't be successful. You got vision, you got God. I don't know if you've read the Bible, but education ain't in there. Harvard and USC, Emory, it's not even in the Bible. It ain't in there. Dreams and visions. Faith, dreams, and vision. You be on Broadway with faith, dreams, and vision. And your gift. That's all you need to succeed. Now, if you want to be a dentist or a doctor or a lawyer, look, come on now, you got to go to school, right? I'm not saying, because school is important. But if you don't have one of them skill sets, man, what you going to do? Get to hustling. Get to believing and get to hustling. Like really hard. But everybody can do it. God created you to be successful. God wants every last one of you to be successful. Every one of you. We have to make decisions along the way to get it. But you can do it. You just got to quit tripping. Quit asking God for little bitty stuff. You ever thought about asking God for something big? Why are you wasting his time? Oh, God, help me make my rent. For what? Why don't you ask God for a mortgage? If he's going to give you the money for a place to stay, if you keep asking for rent, he keeps giving you the rent. If you ask for a mortgage, he'll give you the mortgage. That's how it works, man. Rich people ain't that smart. I'm telling you. They just know some of the principles of success. You just got to learn them. That's all it is, man. You just have to get there. It ain't that, it's hard, but it's for everybody. The problem with success, the average person doesn't think it's for them. That's the only thing that's stopping you from being really successful. You become rich. The day you decide to become rich, the process starts immediately. If you never decide to be rich, there is no process that gets started. Now, you don't have to be rich to be happy. That's not what I'm saying. I needed money. I need it because I had you homeless living in the car 3 years. I had enough of this post. I wanted to really be rich. I wanted to just see what it was like. And you don't have to be rich to be happy. Money is the root of all evil. You hear people saying stuff. Stop listening to people that don't have money. Money is the root of all evil. Money can't buy you happiness. That's true. Money can't buy you happiness. But it'll park you right in front of Happy's house. You can at least see if his is home.